is cold. It's so cold. Warming up my truck. Turning on the heater. Should have turned it on earlier before I came out, but I couldn't be bothered, so now I gotta wait for the car to warm up. Let's see. It's cold, but it's not like extremely cold. It's only 30 degrees. Feels like 26 because of the wind. Okay. Yeah, so it's 30 degrees. Lowest is 25 and 60 is the highest for today. So here we go. And we're getting going. I have my ear warmer in my mitts. I don't even recall what pattern. I think this might be the walnut pattern. They feel a little bit big because it's alpaca, and I learned that alpaca loosens up quite a bit. And I have my ear warmer. They're nice and super warm, but I definitely need something to cover my face because I feel it. Anyways, we're gonna head out to get a little bit of a workout done, at least do some walking. I'm gonna try doing the treadmill today, at least for like 30 minutes, because the elliptical usually irritates me. I have you guys mounted here on my phone mount in my truck so that I can drive freely. And of course, I left my house a bit late, so I'm gonna catch school traffic because I live right next door to a high school. Anywho, I just wanted to bring you guys along as I start my day today. Hopefully I can record a little bit later and show you guys my projects, what I am working on. I just recently recorded for Spanish. I did a little Spanish video and it was so funny because I totally forgot to show it my finished projects. I'll probably talk about it here, but let me do an intro because I just got started with my morning. Hi, my name is Olympia, and I'm known as Oly, Olympia, Oly, whatever's best for you. You can find me on these platforms on Instagram. Basically that's really the only thing I use, so I'll put that information here. I don't really use Ravelry like that, but I'll put the information here below as well. I usually link all my projects in the description box. My shop on Instagram with a discount code. I don't talk too much about my shop. Maybe I should talk about it a little bit more towards the end of this video. And yeah, you're coming along with me to the gym as I head over to the gym. So if you're here, coming with me again, joining me one more time, thank you for being here. I really appreciate it. I'm glad you're here. Please comment. Let me know what you're working on and what are you up to today. I'd love to hear if you prefer videos in English, if you don't mind the videos that are bilingual. Let me know. Let me know. That way I know what to record, or maybe if you would like to see something else. Let me know any recommendations, any questions you have. Maybe I could do a Q&A video coming up. But anywho, if you're here for the very first time, I thank you so much for joining me. I'm not very fancy when I record videos, so I apologize, but I do try to share a bit about my chaotic life here and there. Not too much, because I feel like I bother you guys too much with too much info. But anyways, yeah, you guys are joining me right now as I head over to the gym. It's actually here in town. I just have to cross the bridge for the freeway, because it's on the other side of our little town. I don't live in such a big town. Right now I just caught traffic for all the schools, because I have to pass by the high school, which is next to where I live, and then I have to pass an elementary school. So my workout's probably not going to be that lengthy, but it's okay. At least we'll get some walking on the treadmill and see how that goes. So basically how I do my my videos is I talk about finished objects, then my whips, and sometimes I talk about future projects or projects that I'm waiting to cast on. I have a couple of those that I already have swatches for that I just need to cast on, but too many projects, too little time, right? So while we're here, we're just gonna go ahead and talk about some finished objects, because I don't want to forget later. So I'm just going to show pictures here. I know it might be a little bit annoying, because you see the shadow. The sun is hitting me right now, right on my face, so it's creating a shadow. So hopefully it's not too annoying for you to be seeing the sun in and out. But yeah, that I recall, I only have 2 finished objects since the last time I recorded. One was my cake pop sweater, which I will put a picture here, which is by Oly Knit. I love how this sweater turned out. Yeah, I can't really say much about it. I really enjoyed the pattern. It was easy to memorize the lace repetitions, and it was pretty straightforward, to be honest. I really enjoy Oly's patterns. So yeah, that was the cake pop sweater. My second finished object was my test knit for lantana sweater, which I ended up doing with shorter sleeves. I think sleeve length was up to my elbow, if I recall correctly. So I'll put a picture here, and that is by Camille Osorio, also known as Camille Knit. It was such a fun, lovely pattern using boucle. It's not easy working with boucle, and I got reminded of that when I did this pattern, but I enjoy the finished product. So I will show you guys a picture here. It looks very cute. I love how her patterns turn out. Definitely check her out. She has some designs that have been translated to English. I don't think all her designs have been translated yet, but look at her design. She has very lovely feminine looking patterns. Check her out. She's a Chilean designer. She has very beautiful projects or designs. Anywho, I think that's it for my finished projects. So I'm here at the gym already, and I'll see you guys later. All right, that didn't go very well. I think I got like 2 rows in my balaclava project that I'm working on. It's called the Ranja. I don't know how you would pronounce it, but it's by Arnie and Carlos. I should be like 7 inches. I think I got to knit up to 10 inches before doing the split, which is like the opening for the face. But anywho, I'm heading home. I was at the gym for like 20 something minutes, which was nothing. It didn't work out very well. I think perhaps because I was here a little bit later than I usually like to come. I tried doing the treadmill. I usually do the elliptical, but I tried doing the treadmill this time just to change up my cardio routine a bit. And I could not tolerate it. I started having quite a bit of pain right off the bat. And I was like at the lowest level already. I was walking pretty slow. I tried to do a little bit of an incline to make it better, and it did, but it was aggravating my hip. And I haven't shared this, but I have a tear in my hip. And it's causing me quite a bit of issues. That's why I had to get an MRI, a special MRI in my hip joint, with the contrast dye that had to be injected into my hip joint. It was not a fun procedure, but it had to be done. And yeah, I have a small tear, and I'm trying to find ways to modify, find things that don't cause me pain. I thought doing the treadmill would be okay, because that's on the list of like safe exercises, as long as you have a little bit of an incline. But I think my problem is that when I walk, my steps are pretty wide, so meaning I open up my hips a bit more. I tried walking a little bit slower and making sure I put a little bit of an incline on there, but it was still like bothering me while I was doing it. So I don't want to make it worse, because I had just gotten it to a point where it was a little bit more calmer, where the swelling has gone down, because I have bursitis on top of that, because that area is so irritated. And right now I feel it really irritated. I tried, I stopped after like 10 minutes. I thought maybe I just need to warm up. And then I tried going to the elliptical, but the only elliptical available was at probably the highest incline, and I think it's broken, because I would put the incline down all the way to to level 1, and the machine would not come down. So the platform for you to get on was like this, inclined. So yeah, it was not happening. It took me, it was interesting to get on it, to say the least, because it was at the highest incline, and then to try to, you know, to pedal, because you like pedal at such a high incline, was putting much more pressure on my hip. I tried changing a couple of settings to try to see if I could get it to come down, and no, it would not come down. So it was the only elliptical available for me to use, so that's why I just ended up coming. There's a total of 3 ellipticals that could be used there, but the other 2 were taken. So I decided to just come home, and I will try to do some stretches, some upper body work over here without having to rush or worry about an equipment that's taken. I don't know. Maybe I just need to get an elliptical to have at home and cancel my gym membership, because that's really mainly the only thing I use it for. That and the TRX bands. Every once in a while I use the dumbbells, but not so much because I have some at home. So yeah, I have a spin bike at home as well. But I need to double check that that's not gonna make my situation worse. Anywho, you get a little bit of everything today. And yeah, I am already pulling up to my house. It takes me like 5-6 minutes to get home from the gym. I feel like that was a failure, but okay, we're trying things, we're trying to figure it out. Maybe I need to do that later on in the day. But it's hard because if I have my back treatment, I'm not supposed to do any type of workout afterwards, so that limits me. Yep. I hope you guys are having a lovely day. I am home, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Alright guys, I am finally sitting down here. I am on my lunch break right now, and I have Maggie here. Can't see her. Let's see if you can see her. There she is. She wants to be petted, huh? Anyways, I wanted to show you guys really quick my projects, my current work in progress projects. So let me get those. I kind of have a bit of a mess express here, because I'm doing this in a bit of a rush. Of course, never prepared. But anywho, okay, let's do this. I got like 20 minutes. Can we do this in 20 minutes? First off, we're gonna go super quick. Super quick. Let me try, my lighting sucks. Let me try to move you guys to make it a little tiny bit better. All right, it's okay. I'm sorry I'm not arranged, looking nice. I'm not even wearing any knits. I still need a shower after the gym to get ready, so let's do this. The first project here is my Salty Day sweater. I don't even want to pronounce the designer's name, but this is what it's looking like. I finished the body. This is the front. This is the back. Once I wash it, I know it's going to relax and look so much better. I've been using or reusing a yarn that I have knitted up twice previously. Willow, Nathan, can you let Willow out, please?
Let Willow out?
Yes, not even 2 minutes into the video and we have interruptions. And I have started the right sleeve. I still have quite a bit to go. But as I had mentioned, I'm reusing a yarn that I have used 2 times previously to do a cardigan, and it just did not work out both of the times that I knit it. So the yarn is very crinkly. I didn't want to bother with washing the yarn, making sure the crinkles are out. I've just been knitting like that. Last time I showed it to you guys, I was right there where I have that marker. And yeah, I have since finished the body. The only thing different that I'm doing is I did a regular bind off. I couldn't be bothered with the Italian bind off. I think it was Italian sewn bind off that it was mentioning. So I'm gonna go ahead and remove this marker and put it on the sleeve so that I know where we were. And right now I ran out of yarn, so I gotta attach a new ball of yarn because I have all these balls of yarn that I have been making as I'm frogging the old cardigan. So yeah, that's the first work in progress. Second work in progress is this baby. You guys know which one this is. This is my, I almost wanted to say shawlography. This is my Twist and Turns shawl by Stephen West. And I'm so proud of this. I've made a lot of progress on this. So let me show you guys. It's a tangled mess right now. Okay, the last time you guys saw it, it was right here on this little marker. Isn't it weird how every time you want to show the marker where you were, it flips? That happens to me a lot. Anyways, so let me make sure it doesn't come undone because that happened to me last time. This is the Twist and Turn shawl by Stephen West. We have this part. We have this part. And we were working on this side, which is the left wing. I have since finished my left wing. I got all that done. Yay! Feel so proud. Now I picked up the right wing and I have a couple rows into it. I'm in the middle of the row, so that's why it looks like this. So I still gotta knit quite a bit and pick up all the stitches for this this strap. But yeah, that's where I'm at. I'm like, I finished this wing and I'm done. And then I forgot that I wanted to do a detail here on this part, like add on a different part. And at this point, I'm like, I just want this off my needles. I'm so over it. I want it done. So I don't think I'm gonna knit that part. I might do like some tassels on it. I don't know, we'll see. We'll see, because I'm not like 100% sure I like it just like that, or that I would want it with tassels. I really wanted to add that extra part, but I'm just so over this, and I know you guys are tired of seeing this as well. This one I've been keeping it out so that I can work on it while I am at work on calls. Yeah. Next work in progress we have here is the Ransha think it's Ranja or Run. I don't know how you say it. I'm gonna put the information here below. But it's like a balaclava. So this is what it's looking like. I'm working right now on the body of it. So I have quite a bit more. I think I have 7 inches. I have to do like 10 inches total, or 27 centimeters, something like that. So yeah, that's how it's looking. Maybe like I'm right here, so I still have a couple more inches to get to this section and then do the opening of the eyes. And this pattern is by Arnie and Carlos, and I'm making it in this beautiful yarn that I won from Z, and it came with this little purple mini that I plan to use for this pattern. It's a yarn by the Fiber Genie, and the colorway is called Z's Oogie Boogie Dance Party. So yeah, that's what I'm working on for this one. I'm going to put a picture of how the pattern looks. You can use it completely to cover your face as a balaclava, however you say it, is intended to do, but you can also fold it to use it just as a beanie. It has like this color work happening on the top, and I thought that would be perfect. Okay, moving on to the next work in progress. Haven't really done much on this one. This all this yarn is in my nutcracker bag from my shop. I know I don't talk a lot about my shop, but maybe I'll talk about it a little bit towards the end. Anyways, these are the doodle stockings that I'm making by Jamie Lomax, and this is my daughter's doodle that I'm working on. Doodle stocking that I'm working on. I just literally started a color work section, so it's not much that you're looking at other than the cuff really. And I have all my yarn in here. This thing is packed with yarn, but I'm starting with my daughters, and I plan on making stockings for everybody, at least my 2 kiddos and my husband and me. But we're gonna work on the kiddos first, so I have until next Christmas to do these. Okay, this brings me to my next work in progress, which is a project from many years ago. I don't even recall when, but it was a long time ago. I had it sitting somewhere in a bin for many years, and I saw it and I almost tossed it in the trash. I decided, hey, it might be useful for something, so I put it in on top of my bed by the edge where my cats like to sit on and take their naps, and they really seem to enjoy it. And this was what is this blanket called? Like memory lane blanket or something. It's mitered squares. I remember that I saw a YouTube video and I started doing miter squares. I don't know what was going on through my head during that time, because I see a lot of people try to arrange the squares, you know, so that all the lines go towards one direction. But I don't know what I was thinking. I decided to have them go many different directions. I don't know, I wasn't paying attention to the directions of it or what, but you know what, at this point I don't care. This thing almost covers my whole legs. Let me show you guys. See, this is what it's looking like. I only really need to add another row, which I have started. I picked up here on this edge, and I have started to add my my yarn that I use for my cake pop sweater here. This is worsted weight, so I'm thinking I'm going to add a whole row which has 6 squares, And then I will add another one here on this top part, which will have 4, 5, which will have 5 more squares. I have about 10, 11 squares to do, and this will be a perfect nice lap blanket for us to use here on the couch while we're next to the fireplace, or for my cats to enjoy. So yeah, that's that. I just decided to pick it up and try to finish it off. I mean, I'm not so far off from having a completed lap blanket, and it would be a shame if I would have tossed it. You know, even if things don't turn out right, hey, it's part of the process. In this case, I was learning. I was a new knitter, I'm assuming, at this point. I was a beginner. So yeah, that brings me to, anyways, where was I? My next project here doesn't really have much. It's my emery vest that I started in this yarn. I wish you could pick up, it looks more redder. It's like more burgundy, more wine looking red. And it's my emery vest by Oly Knit. You can't really see much. Here's the beginning of a cabling. I just have basically the right and the left. Yeah, it's not much to look at, sorry. So that's that. I've been focusing more on the projects that I have gotten ahead a little bit more. And the other project here that I started since I last saw you guys is my frame sweater by Andrea Maury. And again, it's not really much. We have the ribbing, which is like a navy blue color, and then for my main body colors, I'm using an orange and a cream color. I'm like maybe like 5 rows into the body, so not a lot to look at. I haven't worked on it very much. I'm trying to focus on the other projects, like I was saying. And the very last thing that I started is another blanket. I decided to start a scrappy blanket because I have a lot of scraps left, and I decided to start a granny square blanket. So here we go. We have a total of like 7 squares, and I think I'm doing the squares with a 4mm crochet hook, and I'm holding fingering weight double or using a DK scraps. Here's the first one. 1, 2. These ones are with the same yarn. I held a white strand along with this main color, and then for this one I'm holding 2 of the main color together, and then of course I ran out, but don't really care. I just added some pink to it. 2, got 3. Most of these are scraps from socks. I'm not going to go into the details. Some of these I know where they're from, some of them I don't, but most of them are socks. And I'm just gonna put these together with like a neutral color. We'll figure it out when we get there. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have 7 total squares. So there I go with my squares. And that is it. That is it. I think we are done in less than 20 minutes. Wow, I went super quick. I have some other projects that I do want to start, but I think I'm not going to talk about those until I actually cast them on. I have the yarn here in this bag and some swatches started, but we'll talk about them next time. the last thing I'm going to show you guys here is going to be my spinning. Let me turn you guys around a bit. Grab this at a better angle. This is my spinning here. I actually have you guys in my little spinning cart. I have one of these cart thingies where I have a top where I have my little e-spinner that seems to be pretty dusty, but this is how much I have done. I think I have half of my my braid, my skein of fiber. This one's in a skein. Here we go. This one's in a skein that I got from Hobby Lobby. I think I have half of it done. I actually have the kitchen scale right here so that I can weigh it, because once I get to half, I think it was a total of 100 grams. I'll have to double check the label. I have another one of these in gray. I'm gonna check it and see how much I have. I have like 100 and I need to do ounces because I think it was in ounces. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and weigh this to see how much I have. Okay, so I think it was like 10 ounces of this fiber. Ooh, okay, so right here on this guy I have 4.5 ounces. So my plan is to spin half of this into one bobbin, which I'm almost at half, and then spin the rest in another bobbin so that I can ply them together and have a 2-ply yarn. I also have this little bag where I have some fiber already prepped so that it's easier for me to spin. I gotta weigh this to see if it's half of an ounce. I'm gonna go ahead and weigh it now because I want to make sure. Okay, 5.1. I want to make sure I'm at the 5. Okay, so that's 5 ounces right now that I have here in my scale. 5 ounces. So that will be spun in a different bobbin. And I only have this much to spin onto this bobbin, which I'm going to try to see if I could do that today so that I could start the next bobbin and get this plied together. Alrighty, guys. And right as I was getting ready to finish this podcast, I recalled that I started something else. I started a clutch. I saw that this Chilean designer came out with her first little published design for a clutch. It's called the Vanilla Clutch. This is only available in Spanish. My apologies, but it is a project that I started. This is the beginning of the clutch. And I'm doing it in this Lion brand yarn that, of course, I don't see the tag, but it's like one of those, I don't know, is it like chain? It almost feels like jersey material. Oh, I'm horrible at showing this. It's a Lion brand yarn that is called Lazy Days. I bought it at Hobby Lobby a long time ago. Lazy Days. It's Let's Get Cozy Lazy Days, and it is 100% polyester and the color Bluebell. But as you can see, I bought this a long time ago for like $1 and some change. And I have several balls of this, and I decided that it would be super nice for a clutch. So I'll show you guys a picture here of the pattern. But yeah, that's what I'm making. Those are my projects, and I really appreciate you guys joining this hot mess. And I hope to see you guys soon. Take care and find some time to do something that brings you a little bit of happiness. Bye, guys.